Hello everybody, welcome to today's product presentation. It's a great honor to have such a big audience in front of me. Woo! I'm happy to introduce you today to the latest development from Rehadapt Engineering, the Rehadapter. It's a big honor that you are here. And today I would like to show you how you can upgrade your iPad and transform it into a full dedicated speech generating device. First of all, it's a big pleasure for me to be here at this year's ATIA 2023. My name is Robert Coles. I'm the European Director of Sales and Training and would like to show you today all the different product features about the product, how it works, how it looks like. But first of all, let me start with a little introduction about the product, how it looks like and what you can expect. And then let me tell you a little bit later more. I hope you can see something. Give me a second. So usually it should start doing something now. Okay, here we go. Usually I would show you that with sound. Someone suggested to do some beatboxing, which maybe not will work in combination with the product. So, welcome to the Rehadapter. First of all, I would like to talk with you about what the Rehadapter is. I mean, you have seen inside the videos a couple of first insights into the product, and the question to you is now, what do you think? Is it a nice looking kind of solution that you've seen in the first slides in the first video? But I would say it's more than just the modern look of a device, what it is. And so I would like to introduce you a little bit more about my history with AAC solutions, and I would like to show you how we can easily transform your iPad into a full-fledged AAC device. So who of you is using iPads? Are you using? Okay. How important are they for their daily routines, for communication, to access social media, for communication? Okay, so my history was when I was I think it was 12 years ago, I was working for a German AAC company, and somebody told me iPads will never be used as an AAC device. There are always consumer electronic solutions. And I had always, also at that point of the day, they are so lightweight. Also, these different kind of apps offer so many opportunities for customers all over the world. So I think everybody of you will agree that iPads as AAC devices are no longer something that nobody thinks they could use in this field. But from now on, I would like to show you a solution how to transform your iPad into a full-featured and complete AAC device. How is it possible? What are your expectations about a protective case like the Rehadapter? I think all of you will agree. The typical AAC device features are that it always needs to be some sort of a protective case that prevents it from damages. It needs to have an integrated speaker, all different kind of access methods to be used from various kind of clients. It needs to have versatile positioning options and a weight that allows you to easily transport the solution, and so to have the maximum portability. So what we try to do is to provide the ultimate protective case that is available for the market. With an integrated and loud speak amplifier that has a speech-optimized setup to be understood especially from the communication partners in the best possible way. We tried to find a solution with one case to support all current common access methods in the market. And we also have found several options to position the device as best as possible, and also portability options. So now imagine you have all of these features in one product, in one housing. Wouldn't that be the holy grail in one solution if you have all these accessibility options? What do you think? Yes, no? Yeah, okay. Good. Let me explain you the Holy Grail a little bit better and what we have invented now from the scratch in detail. So first of all, we have developed one housing that supports various kind of iPad models from a size of a 10.2 iPad, about the 10.9 iPad. We support the iPad Air and also the Pro 11. Again, The Rehadapter is a protective case that has been designed for extensive daily use. It has not only a sturdy design, but is also made out of reinforced plastic, delivering the best possible protection also for the iPad when it's installed. The iPad itself is surrounded by rubber bumpers that also absorb shocks from outside influences once the iPad would fall down, for example. What we also have is a medical device certification for the product to have an approval to also resell it as a medical device in Europe also and inside the United States. And one thing that was a really important input from during the development process was that our customers expected to have also a solution that could perform in the daily lives, for example, in a scenario like in the school, without any stress. And often, it happens that devices are not getting charged by the families or from caregivers, for example, and we had the scenario in mind that what would happen if, like, for example, a kid in a school would need to recharge the device, but still wants to be able to quickly take the device and take it away. So we found an interesting solution with a magnetic charging connection to charge the iPad without any problems. But as soon as someone would take away the Rehadapter, the magnetic charging cable would just be released again. The high quality sound of the device is achieved with one large integrated speaker inside the Rehadapter that is on the back side of the device and is also classroom ready to be understood. On top you will have rubberized volume buttons that are always accessible. So it doesn't matter if the customer itself would like to adjust the volume from the front or also from the back side, they are always accessible. The speaker has been optimized in an audio lab for the maximum performance when the Rehadapter is laying flat on a table or also when it is mounted on one of our mounting solutions, for example. That's one point. As you know, battery life plays an important role for the usage of the device, and we have achieved an permanent battery time of about 12 hours permanent use of the voice of the Rehadapter to be able to use the device over a regular day. When it comes to support, we had in mind that we wanted to have the opportunity to support most of the most important access methods that are currently available in the market. One of these solutions could be an eye tracker, and as you can see here on the right side attached already on this mount, we have found a solution for the Rehadapter Pro in combination with an eye gaze bracket to support also one of the possible mobile eye tracking cameras, for example from iRespond, also to access the iPad Pro 11 in combination with an eye gaze camera. The bracket itself can be attached or can be installed below the Rehadapter on some prepared positions here for. What we also have is an interesting keyguard system, also to give better access to the fields of the Rehadapter, which easily can be clicked in place within a couple of seconds. We have the option to access the Rehadapter via one or two switches, so it's up to you if you want to use it in automatic scanning or a manual scanning. And we also provide the option to combine it with a head mouse nano from Origin Instruments to control it without any hand movement, only with your head movement. On the back side, to make the attachment of these brackets as easy as possible, we have included in all Rehadapters on top and below already the attachment spots for the individual add-ons that you can put onto the Rehadapter to make the access as easy as possible. When it comes to the keyguards, we started for the beginning with several keyguard versions for the iPad 10.2 for several apps, and one thing that we are really proud of it is to provide an individual keyguard service. So who of you has customers that have specific requirements when it comes to the field structure of these keyguards? Often you say, well, okay, I just only need a standard layout, but sometimes a customer requires to say, oh, I just only need really small and round fields, or I need them bigger, or I don't want that all of these fields are accessible, or I need to have space in between these fields. So with our individual keyguard service, the only thing you need to do is to do a screenshot of your specific app that you would like to access, send us the screenshot and provide us the information with what kind of Rehadapter you would like to use the keyguard system, and we only need to know the specifics about the shapes, the sizes, or the fields that we should produce inside these individual keyguards. The keyguard system is positioned here with 4 rubberized elements on the front frame that are always included in every Rehadapter. You can choose between 3 different strengths of pressure, depending on how easy or how difficult it should be to get the keyguard inside or to release it. At the moment, already pre-installed is a medium-sized strength of these rubberized elements here. So if you want to get the iPad, the keyguards in and out, you just press a little bit against the rubberized inlays and get the keyguards in and out. And in the same way, you also get it in. You just hold them against the against the screen, push them in one side, and click the keyguard inside, which makes it super easy. You don't need to choose any additional Velcro or tape or something else to fixate the keyguards here. Okay, when it comes to the positioning of the devices, you know, the positioning is the key for most of the customers to access their devices. And as you know that mounting is our specialty, we thought it just only makes sense to include by default a mounting option inside the Rehadapter. So that's the reason why all of the Rehadapters have by default on the back side the Rehadapt adapter plate out of the box to combine it with every Rehadapt UDS mounting system. On the other hand, we have an integrated kickstand that you could easily push away to position the device in a 45-degree angle on a flat surface on a table. And if you don't want to position it in 45 degrees, you can also put the kickstand back and position it in a 15 degrees angle, which also works for most of the customers really, really well. Let's talk about the maximum portability. We know that a lot of our customers are mobile and want to be flexible enough to carry the device. So therefore, we thought it might be a good idea to integrate an innovative shoulder strap system. That means, as an accessory, it is possible to integrate a shoulder strap in combination with the Rehadapter, and these shoulder straps could easily be clicked on these 2 discs at the Rehadapter, like this, to carry it when a mobile user wants to transport it on a daily basis. It also features, on top of the device, a comfortable handle to hold the device all the time here in a super easy way. Also, the handle has an additional kind of benefit for the usage of the voice of the system, because as soon as you position the device flat on the table, it creates some sort of a tunnel effect that channels the voice of the Rehadapter into the direction of the communication partner. So this is just a quick insight into the Rehadapter. I hope you like the introduction about the product. If you're running into any questions, then just let me know. Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay. So one question was, how loud is the level of voice that the Rehadapter can produce? So following the guidelines of medical devices, we found out that the maximum level of voice that we can achieve is about 85 decibel. So In our measurements that we did in an audio lab, we measured that, for example, the standard iPad has a maximum voice level of about 35 up to 40 decibel, so it doubles the level of voice that you can have. One thing that most of the customers sometimes have as a different impression is that that the voice in front of the device is not that loud as it should be, for example. And you need to know that an iPad is always a consumer electronic device made for entertainment and for social media access. And now with the Bluetooth connection and with the speakers on the back side of the device, it always channels the voice into the direction of the communication partner. That's how it is. Okay. So I hope that could answer the question. Any other questions? No? So then I thank for your attention. And if you're running into any questions, feel free to come over our booth 423. Say hi. Get your hands on the device. Well, let's see you there. Okay, thank you.